Truth seekers. Are you a truth seeker? I don't know, people. I don't feel like there's that many truth seekers out there. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like we all, it sounds good to say you're a truth seeker, but like I feel like we want the truth, but only to a point. Like if it starts to impact our social lives, or we have to sacrifice something, if we have to go away somewhere we don't want to go, or we have to change our lifestyle somehow, then that's kind of when we stop the truth. When we have to kind of admit that we were wrong, that's when we say, no, I have my truth, you have your truth. I mean, if you're a truth seeker, you're taking all the information you can get. You don't have an agenda other than finding the truth. I bring this up because, man, when it comes to people not wanting to believe in God, excuses that we come up with, man, it's funny to me. The big excuses for not believing in God, I think the three big ones are: one, if God exists, why is there so much suffering in the world? If people will say, well, I can't believe in God because of the history of the church, the bad history, and how corrupt the church has been. And then the third thing is, well, there's just no proof. There's not enough proof. So I think it's silly. I do. And why is there so much suffering in the world? Look, people are assholes. Kids, hear me, okay? Most of the people you meet in your life are going to be assholes. It's just how it is. And God's not the one shooting up schools. God is not the one, getting people addicted. God is not the one ruining the planet. God is not the one who is making it so that our wages are so low, but the cost of living is so high. None of that stuff is God. And it's people being assholes. As far as church history, corruption in church, same answer. People are assholes. As far as proof goes, why would there be? What are you expecting? You expecting God to be like some old dude floating around in space, something like that? What kind of proof would you be looking for? And God being spirit, which he's spiritual, right? He's in the spiritual realm. Why would us using in comparison to God, we would be like we are dust. All right, so the smartest people out there, Neil deGrasse Tyson, the Elon Musk of the world, who are really supposedly smart, and this isn't disrespecting them at all, but my point is that God is so vast, so much, and we're so tiny. It's kind of like us being so tiny, creating this small tiny box, and saying, God, if you exist, then fit into our small tiny box. Well, you didn't fit in there, so guess you're not real. That's what it's kind of like. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems silly the way we would go about looking for proof. You're looking in the wrong way, in the wrong places. But that's me as a Christian. I know back in the day, I was told that when I still work at a church, but back in the day I was told that when you see congregation members looking for truth elsewhere, like a religion, go to Buddhism or Islam or whatever, to bring that news to the senior pastor. That's what I was told, right? Back in the day. I don't feel that way now. Me personally, as a Christian, I believe that Jesus is the truth. He is truth itself. So in my mind, as long as people are truly seeking the truth, then they are truly seeking Jesus. They might not know it at that time. They're taking the long way. They're taking the long way to Christ, but they're seeking Christ, in my mind. So now, like, if someone's seeking a different religion, or they're getting into spiritualism or whatever, to me, as long as they're earnestly seeking truth, go for it, man. go for it. I believe it'll lead you to Christ anyway. Same when it comes to science. I believe what happens though in the arrogance of a lot of scientists, they'll go back to that small tiny box again. Well, he didn't fit my tiny box, therefore I don't need to seek anymore. I don't need any more answers. And that's so small-minded, you know, like there's so much out there. Like even if you're a Christian, you should continue to seek the truth. You shouldn't get to the point where you believe you have an understanding of any particular realm of God or church or whatnot, to where you can't learn anymore, where you can't understand anymore, because God is so vast. So you always need to be seeking. That's why the Bible always, so many times throughout the scriptures, says to seek God. We are always to seek, right? So, I don't know, man. I've been asked before as well, what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong about all this, right? Everything you believe. It's still worth it. Still worth it. I look at my faith, you know, a big part of who I am, like the positive parts of who I am come from Christianity. I would not be here today without God, without my faith in Christ. I wouldn't be as sane as I am without my faith in Christ. Like there's the person I become, the person I'm becoming. I would have no regrets if somehow, of course I'm a Christian, so I believe all this stuff, but if somehow it could be proven that I was wrong, it wouldn't be a wasted life. I would have no regrets whatsoever. Totally worth it. So, truth seekers out there, earnestly seek.